All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. This the brother lawyer, all right, Levi, that's my name. And I came across this old article. Actually, I was reading the book of Genesis, the 28th chapter, just going back, hitting the basics, and I was reading how Esau took one of the wives of the Ishmaelites, or I think he took one, or what to say. This is Genesis 28 and 29. Well, I'm gonna start on I'm gonna start at Genesis 28 and 6. It says, "Now we know that we are the sons of Jacob, us Hebrew Israelites, which are the so-called Black Latinos, native and similar Indian descent. All right. I state that at the beginning of all my videos. I go into, the Lord's real name, His Son's name. All right, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right. So we know that Esau, like Joshua, is the brother. All right, to our forefather. All right, we're the sons of Jacob, and you so-called white people, you're not right. You're red. Are the sons of Esau. All right, which his name means Adawam, which is red. All right. Now, this is Genesis 28 and 6. It says, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, because, it's all about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and sent him away to Padanaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan, which is a Hamite woman. All right. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and he was gone to Padanaram, all right, which is I believe it's in Assyria, all right, because Jacob went to Laban, which is basically like his uncle on his mother's side, because and it's not what's that word called? It's not incest, all right, because back in the day, and even in these times, because none of the laws have changed, all right, but how things are taught in the West, in the Western world, is all messed up. So it's not incest because it's all about your father's lineage, So yes, you can mess with, say, your mother has a brother, right? That's your uncle. Well, the blood right then there is different, meaning it's not the blood of your father, all right? So Laban was basically Jacob's uncle on his mother's side, and he worked for not Rebecca. He worked for I forgot, Leah, and was it Rachel? No, not Rachel. Yeah, he worked for what's her name? Forgot it. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah, that's right. He worked for Rachel and Leah. So girl, back on topic. So that's what Jacob did. All right, he went to Syria and got with his mother's brother's children. Okay, so it says Esau, Salakia, Genesis 28 and 8, and Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau unto Ishmael, and took of him the wives which he had, Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister Nebajoth, to be his wife. Okay, so we all know that the Ishmaelites, they'll tell you, are the Arabs. All right, so the forefather of the Arabs are Ishmaelites. So right here in Genesis 28 and 8, it's telling you how so-called Arabs became so-called white. All right. Esau was mixing and blending in with the Ishmaelites. All right. So that's how the Arabs so-called became white, but not all. Just because Esau blended in with Ishmael and they claim white heritage, where they're claiming to be Edomites. That's what this article is about. Are Arabs white? So they're claiming to be Esau. And we know Esau's judgment in the book of Obadiah. So you actual Ishmaelites or Arabs is claiming to be so-called white. You don't want to be white. You don't want to be Edomites, because you're going to be destroyed. All right, for what you did to the children of Israel, the sons of Israel, and ultimately what you did to the planet Earth. And you covered the faces of the judges, like how it says in the book of Job. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. You covered the angels. You covered how Yahweh Shai actually looked. You covered how Yahweh looked. And you're going to be destroyed for that. All right. You took over the world, and you have all these different nationalities to cover up who the fuck you are. You got to pay for that. So now we're going to jump to and the also and I also proved that the Ishmaelites were a dark-skinned people. All right. So I'm in the book of Genesis still, and I'm at Genesis 25, and I'm gonna start at 12 and go down to 13. Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. Now, you read this story going into Ishmael. Ishmael did not receive the promise. Isaac did. So it's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names according to their generation. The firstborn of Ishmael was Nebajoth, and Kedar, and Adbeel, and Mibsam, and Mishma, and Duma, and Massa. So one of the key words that we stated was Kedar. Now, I think it's on this article from when I was reading. Let's see. Keep scrolling. I think it says something about Kedar. Did it say something about Kedar? No, it didn't. Okay, but basically, I'm gonna break down Kedar too. So when I was reading this article, it says, although designated white by law, Arabs in the U.S. are not extended the array of privileges associated with whiteness. Why? Because ultimately they know that a handful of these actual Ishmaelites, all right, they come from Ishmael. They come from original black people, because Ishmael, the sons of Ishmael, and Ishmael himself are dark skinned. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, everybody back then was dark skinned except for Esau. All right, that's why it says that in the book of Genesis, the 25th, was it 25 also? No, Genesis Genesis 27. No. Salaki. I'm everywhere. But basically, in the book of Genesis, I believe it's 20. Yeah. Right here in Genesis 25. You can read from the 24th verse all the way to the 34th verse that uh Salakia. Elders are served the younger. Basically, Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. All right. I can't find it right now. Yeah, so Esau came out red out. It's right here. I'm just skipping through verses so fast. But yeah, Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. He didn't have no pigmentation. All right. And it didn't state how Jacob came out, because he came out like every other tribe on the earth at that time. All right. Everybody was original dark skin. So it says that, the Arabs, although designated white by law, Arabs in the U.S. are not extended the array of privileges associated with whiteness. All right. Because they know the truth. Now, it's something else I wanted to get. I forgot why I pulled up Kedar. But basically in the scriptures, when you look up the word right here, Kedar, in not Revelation, Genesis the 25th chapter, when you in the 13th verse, when you look up Kedar, all right, Salakia. When you look up the word Kedar, you'll come to find out it says Kedar. All right, that's the Strong's H6938 Kedar. Okay, it says dusky of the skin or the tent. Kedar, a son of Ishmael, collectively Bedouin as his descendants or representatives. Now look, Kedar equals dark. Of the skin, dark. Son of Ishmael, the descendants of Kedar. So the actual Ishmaelites were dark-skinned people. And they still are today. But because Esau, let's go back to Genesis, the 28th? Genesis 28. It said, and Esau, seeing the daughters of Canaan, pleased not Isaac his father. Then went Esau unto Ishmael and took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife. Okay, so that's why this article says are Arabs white, which is not right. They should have said red, which the actual Arabs are not. All right, as you see here, Salakia. As you see right here, dark, Kedar, dusky of the skin or tint. All right, dark. Plain as simple as that. All right. And actual, even to go more into it, it says the Kedarite kingdom, or Kedar, Romanized as Kedarites, are a largely nomadic, ancient Arab tribal confederation described as the most organized of the northern Arab tribes. At the peak of its power in the 6th century BCE, it had a kingdom and controlled a vast region in Arabia. All right, and actually, this is what made me look up Kedar, because this is what I actually went to first. It wasn't in that article, but I knew that the word Kedar went back to the Arabs and so forth. All right. The second son of Ishmael mentioned in the Bible's book of Genesis 25:13. Boom. So Kedar, the Arabs, the original Arabs were dark skinned, and that's why I titled this. So with that, I'm closing this out. And so Esau knew what he was doing. All right. With that, I'm gonna say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.